Hello, my second attempt at another late night video. Anyways, part of this video is in regards to what I've been noticing on eBay. I've been noticing that I think the market is 100% is definitely going bear now. I think it's definitely swaying, and you're starting to see market prices drop. You know, I just saw a rare Canadian variant Yoda, beautiful card back that I actually really do want, but there's no way in hell I'm paying anywhere close to what they're currently going for, because that's just, I'd rather just go and buy an original Return of the Jedi card for that. But anyway, so I got these two figures here, which I'm going to showcase. I don't know if I've ever properly showcased these ones. These are both punched. Now, if you can see the price, yep, I literally paid that. And I paid this. The reason why I paid this at the time, even though they are, in my opinion, mint, I was under the impression the pictures that were shown were that they were unpunched. I actually bought it from a dealer. Didn't want to make a big fuss about it at the time. He's got a store in that, and I guess his sort of answer was, well, they didn't say that they were, I guess they were photos of figures that he had before, which I thought was kind of, you know, considering how much I was paying for them at the time. Eventually I'll be picking up this Weequay now for $100, unpunched, in pretty much the exact same condition. Something to consider. Tempted to get this figure again. Grand Moff Tarkin, I remember back in, I think it was like 85 or 86, and I was literally watching Star Wars. I'm like, yeah, they never made this guy's action figure. You know, so it's kind of funny that eventually, first, I do have his original, or his first release, which is actually the dreaded Power of the Force 2 line. But anyways, it's a beautiful card back. I really should have just, these cases got a bit of these are Evo Retro ones. Sometimes the Evo Retro ones are really clear, other times they're not. Kind of a weird haze. The lighting here isn't very good either, but it's a beautiful card back. The figure itself, it's got that skirt thing there that I don't know why they bothered with that. They should have made it, I guess I see what they tried to do. I mean, it doesn't look that bad from a distance, but the farther away it looks a lot better. But the actual face sculpt is that's pretty impressive for like a 2012 release, I think, or no, 2011. So, you know, this was in the pipeline. Generally speaking, they probably were making this figure, or at least the prototypes, 2008, 2009. And but anyways, as for the Weequay, well, I think this figure is going to totally tank. $200 here, even though it is a 1.0, and I do like the back of the card back better. Not that much more when I really think about it compared to the 2.0. Because I don't think it really makes a difference. I think the punch tabs were kind of nicer when they were smaller. It didn't crowd out as much of the card, but it's better. I've gone into that rant 100 times, but the figure itself, I don't know if you get good lighting. I mean, that is pretty impressive. I mean, just look at the TVC. Yeah, again, I apologize. I should have done this more during the day. I wanted to, but I was interrupted too much today. But the figure looks great. I mean, it's definitely, yeah, they got the buckle. I mean, they got everything pretty much right. So, you know, maybe a darker staff, but I think that's just the photo, right? That looks really good. You know, that's actually a fantastic figure. You know, so they're going to be coming out with him. I imagine he might even be slightly better than this one. So, and I think this figure came out, what, 2000? Oh, he's 2012 production there, line. So, anyways, I don't know if this is Canada. I don't know if it's not the, I think there's actually the Canadian variant. I don't know if these are Canadian variants because they have the Quebec on there. I'm not too big on that. I should get my my recent Slave Leia and actually look at that. I got to get a book on what are the actual, even though I have enough of the figures. When I start putting these actually on the wall, then I'll be able to actually break these down like Obi-Wan Kenobi. But anyways, this is a beautiful, beautiful pictured figure here. So, but anyways, interesting to see. Ahsoka went down in price. Wow, and that was an unpunched, and it went, I forget what it sold for, like 200 something bucks. Shipping was like 60 Canadian, I think. So Shea Vizsla from the Expanded Universe unpunched. It was the offered version. It was like 40 bucks, and then the shipping was probably most of the cost, and then, you know, and there was a yak face that went for really cheap. Really, it was like 175 Canadian. I probably should have scooped it. But I have a feeling Europe's going to get hit hard now. They're going to start feeling it. And I think the economic impact is going to start dipping into the TVC big time. So I think the whole market's going to be dropping, I would say, pretty significantly on a lot of these figures. I think we're into a game of musical chairs. That's my prediction. So, and of course, Hasbro's going to re-release stuff, and why not? You know, I mean, there's no reason for them not to. And I think that might turn some collectors off, but a small number of them, really. And, you know, really, I don't think they should be. I think that it should be no surprise to them. You know, I mean, obviously, you're going to have the 40th emblem up there, but who knows? In a way, that may be more specialty than even this. I mean, this is the first release since Return of the Jedi of this figure, and this was the first vintage collection release of Tarkin, but where you actually get him on a card back. So in a way, this one might be more special. I mean, and this one may be, you know, I don't know, but if you really just want them for the wall, you know, 40th Return Jedi, it's there, it's coming, and then there's going to be more card backs coming, so in the next 2 or 3 years. So, and I imagine we'll get on to Power of the Force 1 in the vintage collection. That's what they should be doing anyways, at some point. That was released in 85, so, you know, 2025, that would make sense to me. If they're going to do any of the original trilogy 96, they could fit them in that way. But there's a big backlog on that 96. I mean, going through it, and then alternative card backs, like, man, like, I don't know how they're not getting these done, but I don't know. I guess it depends on the sales, man. We'll see if, you know, the Stormtrooper wave, I mean, it's starting to hit here. I mean, I just picked up one of the Besman guards, so on Monday I'll be able to you know, stop off at a couple Walmarts. Hopefully I'll be able to find some more, the other Besman guard. I'm forgetting the names there. Is it Esden Edian? Yeah, because I think it was Spinoza was the one I got. And that will complete that wave. Wouldn't mind picking up a few more Stormtroopers, and then if they sit on the pegs for the next 12 months, I'll probably buy more of them, just like now and then I buy an extra Lando. Which, I don't know, I feel like I'm the only TVC collector that has that ESB Lando out there. I see so many different people, you know, going Lando, 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 Lando on the pegs, but they don't actually buy them. So it says something there too, right? So it makes me wonder, sometimes I think we can be our own worst enemy. And I think that's a fantastic figure. And even the freezing chamber, although it wasn't, it kind of missed on a lot of things. Really, Hasbro should add another piece there, the roof, you know, the top of it. I think they should have added that, maybe a whole other part of the set to go with that, to make like the actual room would be really smart. And maybe the lower levels, which could be done very inexpensively. I don't even think they finished up on the Empire Strikes Back 40th. They should still be launching a lot of those figures. Bosk, IG-88 should be done again. I mean, they're doing Dengar again, but, you know, where's Bosk? I mean, the Bosk figures that have been made in the last 35 years are pretty damn awesome, though. I was just going through my one of my totes, and I had a Bosk from the Power of the Force, and even he wasn't that bad. I don't know. I mean, maybe I got to look at that again. Perhaps my eyes are deceiving me. But anyways, these are two awesome figures that I think I've I think in retrospect, I've paid an extra, basically double, if not more, than I should have. I probably should have held off. But anyways, VC98 and VC107. So I'm probably going to pick up another one of him unpunched. But that's the thing. For the price that I'm going to get on him, I mean, geez, all the new Return of the Jedi ones, that's like 4 figures right there, Well, in Canada, they're like, I don't know, but anywhere between, I think they're like 23. They're like $25 a figure now. So they're getting up there. But anyways, a bit of a rant. That's what the picture is going to be in my on the video there. It's going to show just on my eBay what I was kind of looking at, some of the stuff there and some of the figures that we're selling. And I'm not saying that's one guy selling stuff. I think he was in Norway. I'm not saying that that's vindicative of the entire market, but if I was a betting man, I think the impacts of the war in, Eastern Europe, the backlog of problems that are now coming over from what we've just experienced in the last 3 years. I don't even want to say the name because I don't want my video, docked or whatever. But or what's I don't know, blacklisted or something. But YouTube can throw you strikes for anything. So I'm just trying to watch what I'm trying to say here. But I think those factors are lingering, and I think people are worrying about their heating bills and stuff like that is really going to start hitting through. Another thing too, one other point that I want to hit on is this idea that there won't be another Slave Leia. I almost want to start taking snapshots of all the YouTube channels and guys that are saying this. I think 100% there will be another Slave Leia. I think there's a changing of the guard that's eventually going to happen at Disney one way or another, because Disney isn't making the money that it should have off of Star Wars, and I think they've damaged the IP, and they've they've lost, I would say, probably anywhere between $4 to $6 billion worth of profit. Gross at the very least, even after tax is all said and expenses. I think they've probably lost at least $4 billion of easy money, if they just did decent movies and films, because I don't see the sequel trilogy keeping fans 20 years from now, except for, if it was its own Star Wars and it was a totally different sort of universe, and I don't know, I can't really see it, even with the younger kids, when they get their nostalgia kick in 25 years from now or 30 years from now. I don't know if they, they'll get some when they'll remember when their parents took them to see the movie, what's it called, The Force Awakens or whatever, because there was a big media hype on that. But I don't know if it's going to have the same pull. But anyways, love to hear your comments. I know this is a long sort of rant. I know a lot of you guys don't even like listening to what I have to say, but sometimes even a crazy Darth Wizzy is right. And this is sort of a late night video. I was just watching Bosk's video earlier and finishing up on some work. So I'll get that collection rooms put together. Now I'm starting to get things done, so very slowly, but and then I'll have all these card backs on the wall, and slowly getting the collection to the point where it's will start looking really nice for display and something that's worth kind of viewing. Anyways, there it is. Cheers, gentlemen, and goodbye.